Check it. Mic check. Broden, Kelly, Tom's a Harry, you. Doing Wacky Willy for you. Emails come, emails go. That is the purpose of the show. That's the purpose of the show. The show that we're doing. There we read the emails and we talk about them on Wacky Willy Wednesday. And the lesson is, Tom, that if you mention to people that they should email in, by golly, they email in because we've received too many emails now. So what I'm going to say for this week is don't email in.
No more.
Who are we brought to you by?
This episode of The Footy is brought to you by the TAC. Stop kidding yourself. If you drink, don't drive. A message from the TAC.
Well said, Tom. Tom's new segment is sick, is an email from Carl. First off, he's not wrong precisely. A good hot dog is pretty effing great. But the variances between a good hot dog and a bad hot dog is what makes me go, nah, hot dogs aren't the goated footy food. A bad hot dog is deeply distressing, but a bad pizza is still an okay pizza. Relatedly, is that a word?
Yeah, I don't know if I even include pizza in the discussion, to be honest. To me, it's between pie and... Like, pizzas, you can't get a pizza at the MCG. It's between a pie and a hot dog, isn't it?
For many years at the MCG, and this is ones for the seasoned, more classy people like me who've seen a bit of the world, who've lived their life. And also, I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I worked at the MCG for a period.
Yeah, you have.
At the MCC. But instead of Royal Stacks, wherever Royal Stacks were in the MCG... before that was crust.
Yes, I do remember that.
And I just realised, I've had an epiphany in saying that. They were the golden years.
Of food at the G?
Imagine having crust pizza at the MCG.
Yeah, but it's you know what it's like. It's a 20% of crust, right?
No, what are you talking about?
We always say this. Like, you would not... Like, Royal Stacks when you get at the G is not Royal Stacks. It's...
But I would say that the circumstances with which you get a pizza at the MCG, it's easier to be closer to what... Like, it's closer to be to a crust pizza than it is to be a Royal Stacks to...
And was
Royal Stacks in the MCG. Yeah, I believe so. Because my memories of it are... Firstly, it was in like a rectangle that they would cut in the middle almost so they were triangles.
Oh, that's nice.
You know
Detroit
what I mean?
style.
And there would be like a meat one, a vegetarian one, and maybe a cheese one.
Yeah, I like that. That's sick.
But the dough of crust, how would you describe crust dough?
Oh, it's middle of the road. It's like it's halfway between Pizza Hut and like a gourmet, I'd say.
Yeah, well, you passed judgment there. You said it's in the middle of the... But what is the texture of it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's like it's sticky and sweaty, but not as sticky and sweaty as like a Domino's or a Pizza Hut.
Sticky and sweaty?
Yeah, don't you reckon?
Sticky and sweaty?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
When I think of a crust from a crust, it's like sticky and sweaty.
You sound like I think you're referring to a man who went for a run and then covered himself in maple syrup.
Yeah, correct.
No, I would say the semolina flour is very prevalent in a crust pizza.
Oh, right.
So there's that almost, for lack of a better word, gristly. Like it's sort of sandy, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah.
That was prevalent in the crust pizzas. And I would say also a pizza sat under a hot lamp for a quarter is better than a Royal Stacks burger put under a heat lamp for half an hour.
No, I do agree with that.
Okay, now you're coming around.
However, I still don't think that because MCG had crust 5 years ago for a bit, that we should include...
A decade ago.
That we should include pizza in the great pie versus hot dog debate. Can I just respond to this idea of hot dogs being
I'll
bad
say
and good?
Well, though, that they haven't mentioned how you said if you think Nasiah Wankamanine Malaria is signing, you're kidding yourself. And releasing that after,
which is I've built a whole segment around that today.
You had the power to cut that.
I refuse to. It's good content. No, all I would say is I agree that that hot dogs when they're bad are really bad. But I would raise you again a pie when it's bad. I've been turned off pies for multiple years because I've gone to bite into one and it's cold in the middle. Have you ever done that?
Have I ever had a pie and it's cold in the middle?
Yeah, like you've bitten into it and it's like ice cold in the middle.
No, do you know why?
Disgusting.
Do you know why that's never happened to? Because my father taught me you get a butter knife when it's at home.
Yeah.
And you stick it in the middle, take it out, see if that knife's hot.
Yeah, so I've done it from like 7-Eleven sort of thing, you know.
But if you don't have a pie, if you don't have a knife, you just put your little pinky in there is what I do.
Absolutely. No, I've gotten one from a shop and then just bitten into it and it was cold in the middle. And it was so disgusting that I didn't eat pies for years.
Cold
afterwards.
or icy?
I don't remember. I just remember it being like, there's nothing more disgusting ever than cold gravy with bits of meat in it.
Why is that so disgusting to you? Let's get to the therapy, like the mental cause of this.
So I think, like, imagine you pull your bolognese out of the fridge to have bolognese, and you get a spoonful and you eat it.
Yeah.
There's nothing more disgusting to me in the world than that.
Let's get to you've just given another example.
That's the same example.
But I want exactly the same example.
Exactly.
So get to the core of why that's disgusting to you. Because I do that.
So I think cooked meat cold, potentially. That's my first thing, maybe.
Cooked meat cold.
Is that potential? Like, is there other cooked meats that I eat cold? Well, I guess I eat suppressor and ham and stuff, and that's not disgusting. Maybe it's something to do with the
you
mince
eat old
and
lamb, like you get lamb out of the fridge the next day and eat it?
That is nice. Maybe it's the congealed fat of it. You know, it's like a very fatty gravy.
The reason I ask all this is because the chances of you getting food poisoning from a pie in that circumstance, just about impossible, I would think, because they're cooked, isn't it?
No, because I think we're talking about what's exactly in the danger zone. If the outside is hot and the middle is cold, then that would be sitting in that food poisoning danger zone.
But if it's frozen, if it's still in that frozen state.
Yeah, if it's still frozen, but I'd be worried about when it goes from frozen to hot. That little area in the middle.
That is the danger zone.
Between 5 degrees and 25, I think, is like the danger zone.
I've just realised that, like, I've had food poisoning and diarrhea every day of my life. So maybe I just need to look at all of that. Now, this is such a tangent, but I feel like Carl also sent a link to Scrandle and said, have you tried Scrandle? Clearly doesn't listen every week because we spend a lot of time. Do you want to play some quick Scrandle?
Sure, let's do it.
So Scrandle is a website that's been put together where you pick and choose between different foods available at different stadiums around the world. And you essentially have to pick which one is more popular, which one would people like more. Now, the first one that comes up is at Whitstable Town in England, a double bacon cheeseburger.
On like a BAP roll.
And the second one is from Philadelphia Union in the USA, and it is 3 birra tacos with sauce. Now,
it's not comparable, mate.
It could go on.
Like, one of these is fucking disgusting, and one of them looks like the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
I agree with you, but I agree. But I'm really hoping you say the same as me. Which one? Let's say on 3, which one we think is the best one ever? 3, 2, 1. Birra tacos with sauce. Absolutely. It looks just incredible.
It doesn't it? It's just like proper good food. Like, better. What is this? This is why Scrandle is dumb.
People voted for the double bacon cheeseburger.
It's just wrong, guys. It's just wrong.
The next one is currywurst with fries.
Looks alright.
In Germany. Currywurst being like sausage with curry
sauce, I imagine,
which is dope.
I don't fuck with, but you know, it's cool.
With chips, obviously. Yeah, that's at the Euro League in Germany or Deutschland. Versus Kladno, which is up in Czechoslovakia, I think. And it is a klobosa sausage. So it's like a big, imagine a bratwurst that you've put in the microwave so long that it's exploded. And they've got some sourdough around it.
Yeah.
Currywurst is going to win this.
I think that the kielbasa sausage looks less appealing, but would be nicer.
You just made me realize what it is.
What?
It's not kielbasa, it's a kielbasa.
Which is?
Just a name for a sausage, kielbasa. Cool. But
I love a
kielbasa.
Yeah.
The answer is currywurst.
Which I don't
See, it's fun. We'll do one more round, then we'll move on to the other emails. Yeah. From Portugal, someone has put in a bolo de caco. Fuck me.
What is
this? This is garlic bread filled with chorizo.
That sounds quite nice, to be honest.
That sounds like the best thing I've ever seen.
And read out the price, Brody.
That is £2.60.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's a bargain.
A garlic bread sandwich is something I need to really open my mind up to and have more. I know Subway.
I know. I was about to say, when Subway came out, you and our friend Max Miller, friend of the pod, absolutely fucking popped off for a couple of months there.
They're back in a big way. And I don't know why they make it limited time only. They just put some garlic butter in there and put in put the toaster.
Triple cheese. There's a garlic. We're staying at a place in Brisbane, and around the corner there's a Subway, and I walked past it, and it hurt my soul.
Yeah, you can't have that.
Can't have it at the moment.
And it's against an Evesham United hot dog, the worst looking hot dog I've ever seen.
Now, see, that I admit, it looks fucking shit. It's like a little sausage wiener and like a giant bit of bread.
It's a great game, though. Scrandle.com. Go and play it for hours on end. The next email, this is a funny one. Did you read this one from Mitchell?
No.
I just walked past Broden and Tom at Melbourne Airport. Both of you, in particular Broden, were looking aggrieved. Recalling your previous statements about the way Melbourne airports make you feel, this was quite thrilling for me. Like seeing Oasis perform Wonderwall. It's always good to see a band playing their classics. And it is true. I hate that place with all of my heart. and I would have been having a bad time.
I would say, like, I hate people that brag about, how busy they are and how hard things is. It's a pet peeve of mine.
Oh, yeah.
But that week...
You must hate me.
No. That week was particularly fucking full on for me.
Yeah.
So if I was looking aggrieved, it was just because we had a nightmare start to this tour. Once we got on the road in Hobart, everything was wonderful. But just the week prior, the last week of getting it ready was just a crazy one.
It doesn't take much for me to snap at that airport. Like one person doing the wrong thing to me, and I'm like, fucking.
Yeah. I wanted you in the Monday episode to tell everyone about how I snapped at a lady today.
I do. I do talk about it.
Great.
Also, I heard Broden repeatedly say on the phone that he had a hard meeting on the next day. For immature reasons, I enjoyed this. So I know exactly when this, because I was walking around going, I've got a hard out at 1.
Right, I know.
Got a hard out meeting. I've got a hard meeting.
Yeah.
So that is true, Mitchell. Thanks for fucking listening to my private conversation. Another email I wanted to call out. LG talks about the 17 game being a suva on Fridays. What a joy the 7-10er was the other night, he says.
Or they
say. One of the best things about going to Freo earlier this year is they get home from work and the footy is already on. Why the F does the AFL insist on the 7:40, 7:50 games on a Friday night? 7:15 is the undisputed king of times. Things I managed between work and the first siren, a little workout, rode home, went to the gym. This is all the things that, So Lockie just wanted to point out, how do you feel about the 7-10ers?
I prefer earlier so I can get to bed earlier for sure.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than a 7:50 on a fucking Sunday.
Hey, now, Clint writes, just want to give Malacca to the AFL app.
Yeah,
now,
okay.
I wanted to read this out because the last time, weeks ago, I mentioned the AFL app and problems I had with it.
Sure.
And then one of the very high-ups at the app started to come back to me and say, what's the issue?
Did they
and
really?
Then like working through the bug.
Yeah.
So we are, if you are listening, and this is we are unofficially a direct line for feedback.
Yep.
Unofficially and completely unofficial.
Yeah.
I went on to check the score of the men's Hawks game, and it showed the W score. Like, seriously, ridiculous. I was planning on going home and watching the NMFCW play, but now the result was spoiled.
Is that because now on the AFL app, like the blue one, they're showing the scores for the W as well?
Which I think is a great initiative.
Yeah, I really like it because I hate swapping to the other app.
Yeah, I like that they're both just up there ready to go.
Yeah, and it's only when they're live at the moment. I wouldn't mind them all just being in one place if you could opt into that.
Yes, but then it would get too complicated. Like it happened to me last week where I looked at the scores.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, North Melbourne is pumping Geelong.
Happened
Holy
to me
shit.
as well.
Oh, wait, it's the women's.
Yesterday I was like, oh my God.
It's the W team.
Oh my God, Freo were fucking smashing.
Yeah.
What the hell? No, they were getting smashed, sorry. And I was like, what the hell? Yeah.
Cohen writes, first things first, love the new TAC segment. People love your work, Tom.
Yes, because you told them to be kind, which is nice.
Really nailed last week. No, I'd never said that. Any chance you could say we are kidding ourselves thinking Geelong are going to win the flag this week?
Mate, you're kidding yourself if you think Geelong's going to win the flag, mate.
Well, what is that? Is that a double negative now, or is that...
Yeah, I think that's like a double moz, right?
No, because now they will win the flag.
Yeah, which is why this person's emailed in to ask me to do it.
Can you do me a favour?
Yeah, sure.
Can you say you're kidding yourself to think that Geelong won't win the grand final?
Broden, you're kidding yourself if you think Geelong won't win the grand final. They're the ones.
Okay, great.
The flag favourites.
Godspeed. Secondly, while listening to you chat about Richie Rich and the full-time McDonald's, I recalled seeing that Tony Parker has a full-time Nando's in his house. Bullshit. Impossible.
Who's Tony Parker?
A champion of the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA, French basketball player.
No, Tony Parker.
I guess NBA money lets you do that. That got me... There's a great documentary on him on Netflix about him.
Yeah,
that got me wondering, what chain would you want to have a 24-hour version of in your home? Maybe even a tier list ranking of top up. Did we not talk about this?
Well, I said I wanted the nozzle. But we
that's
didn't,
right, you wanted Fizzy, but that's not a franchise.
I think Paddy asked this question, but then I derailed it by talking about nozzles. So I think we could do it quickly.
If I
you said pizza.
Oh, like I would have in my house.
Yeah.
I want something malleable.
So do I. You know, what about that lemonade place?
I would like in my house, like if I could have any food or whatever in my house, I would like a brilliant barista cafe situation.
Sure,
right?
sure.
That's what I would want.
Yeah.
Like a Padre or a Supreme Coffee or set up in my house.
Yeah.
And a cool, trendy man or other person just with a beanie on and they're playing cool music and they make me a delicious 8-ounce flat white that John Cena would love.
Yeah, if you chuck some like brekkie burgers, brekkie burritos, eggs on toast into that, I'm with you. But what about this lemonade shop, Broden? Because that can be naughty and like a bit bad for you, and
The
also
ones in LA.
delicious and healthy. You know.
That's something I introduced you to when in 2013 went to LA and family friends took me to Lemonade, and it's salad shop in LA, and like 8 different kinds of lemonade, but then also nice sandwiches that are a bit delicious and
and you can get like a filthy BLT. You know,
I would like a lemonade in my house.
that would
look
be
up
really
Lemonade
nice.
LA.
Yeah, it's really delicious.
And that's another Wacky Willy episode. We've got one more classic segment. It's the second one that people have loved. Take it away, Tom.
Now, Broden, I reckon it's time we get into our next segment. Who is kidding themselves? Brought to you by the TAC. Stop kidding yourself. If you drink, don't drive. A message from the TAC. Now, I think the jig is up a little bit, Broden, and people are starting to realise that we record Wacky Willy Wednesday on a Sunday evening.
Well, what? Give me proof of that.
So last week I said, Saints fans, you're kidding yourself if you think Naz is going to re-sign with the Saints. And then, of course, on Tuesday he did.
But then you had the opportunity to take it out.
But why would I? It's great content. I don't mind being wrong. In fact, I'm proud of how wrong I am constantly.
You sound an oaf.
It's a big part of this thing. But I thought, what a great opportunity if I make this a running bit to see how many things I can moz. So this week, I'm putting it out there, and I'm going to say this very solidly for socials to camera. And Paddy, I want this out on Wednesday. You're kidding yourself if you think the Suns can beat Essendon tonight. There is no chance that the Suns will show up against the Bombers tonight.
Say that again. Say that again.
You are kidding yourself, listener, watcher, if you think that the Suns can get up against Essendon tonight and make sure that they play finals this year.
So you're trying to make the Suns win?
No, I genuinely believe it, but I want to see how much power...
You genuinely believe the Suns will lose this game?
I've been saying it for like 10 weeks, I reckon.
That will mean the Bulldogs will play the finals.
Yeah, which would be incredible, wouldn't it?
No, because the Dogs don't deserve to be there.
Why? But the Suns...
The Suns deserve
They do not deserve to be there.
Well, that's crazy. You heard it here first, folks. Tom thinks, go and watch that game because he thinks that Essendon will win. Ridiculous.
I think it's very likely. It's a tough gig.
Well done, Tom. That's a great segment. And that's a wonderful Wacky Willy Wednesday. One of my favourites, if I do say so myself. We'll leave it there. We'll stay tuned for the Footy with Marns. On video later today or on your feed tomorrow. Speak soon, guys. That's it.
Wacky Willy Wednesday.